Hello! In this video, I'm going to be looking at a back and forth picking pattern. I'm going to take it kind of slow. I just worked with a student today with this. We didn't have a lot of time. That's really what this video is for. But if you get some use out of it, go ahead. Let's see. Alright, now the way this works, what we're going to do, as we do the pattern itself, we're just going to hang out on C. Just no confusion there. Here's a C, bottom string, 3rd fret. Alright, that's what we're going to hang out on. To do most picking patterns, there's lots of different ways to do this. This is just the way I do it. Your thumb is in charge of the first 2 strings, the top 2 strings, the G and the C. Okay? I know these strings are hard to see. They're brown, and so is Charlie. Anyway, your thumb is in charge of the first 2 strings. Okay, then your first finger is in charge of the next one, the E, and then your middle finger here is in charge of the bottom string, the A, which in this case is actually a C. Okay? Now what you want to do when you play is anchor a finger or something, probably either these 2, the bottom 2 right here, or just your pinky, on the instrument itself, on the body, on up against the neck. I have a cutaway, so I'm just hanging right there against the neck. Some part of your hand needs to be touching the ukulele. Otherwise, your fingers will get lost. You're trying to do this, and you pick your hand up, and now we don't know which finger goes where, and we're everywhere. So make sure something is anchored on the instrument itself as you do this. That way, when they get used to doing it, it's not gonna be a big deal. Okay? So your thumb is in charge of the G and the C. Your first finger is in charge of the E, and your middle finger is in charge of the A. All right? Now for the picking pattern itself, we're going to go thumb first, thumb middle, thumb first, thumb. Just back and forth, okay? So it's G, E, C, A, C, E, G. Thumb first, thumb middle, thumb first, thumb. Okay? So try that out a few times. Pause me if you need to. Remember that high note's coming from the C up here. Okay? Just back and forth. Try that a few times, get used to that. And then what we'll do is we're going to change chords. Now, when you do that, when you go up and down like that, you're just playing the round once, which means you start on a G and you end on a G. So naturally, if you want to start a new round, you got to start on another G. That's not actually the case. The last G is also the first G of the next round. So instead of going doing that, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is keep it fluid, keep a nice smooth motion. So we go like that, okay? Make sure you're anchored. Make sure something's anchored. Make sure your thumb is in charge of the G and the C, and make sure your first is in charge of the E, and your middle is in charge of the A, okay? Alright, now we're going to go C. Here's C. A minor, which is on the top, let's see, top string, 2nd fret, A minor, then F, which is an A minor, and the 3rd string down on the 1st fret, okay, and then a G7, which is the top finger from the F, and then the middle finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 4th fret, and then back down to C. Okay? So here we go. Take it really, really, really slow. Anchor. Remember which finger goes where. Pause. Change chords. Good. Pause. change chords. Good. Pause, change chords. Pause, change chord. Good. Now just do that a few times. Just get Pebbles, I'm sure you can hear her. Anyway, do just the chord, just the picking pattern by itself on a C, and then start changing the chords. Pause between that E and the top G, because that top G is the beginning of the next chord progression. Like that. Make sense? Okay. If you have any trouble with it, don't hesitate to give me a call, Miss Isabel, since this is for you. And let's see. Let's just go over this just very briefly. What we want to do is anchor. Make sure we're anchored. Thumb is in charge of the G and the C. First finger is in charge of the E. Second finger is in charge of the A. Okay? Then you go thumb, first, thumb, middle, thumb, first, thumb. That's how you do it. Pause after each E so you can change chords when you get to that point. Okay? Good luck with it, and I will see you next week. And everybody else, good luck with your ukulele.